Am I live? Yes, yes I am live. Not even remotely confident enough to assume. Not even enough to assume.
Oh
Not
God.
even enough to assume.
Oh
Not
God.
even enough to assume.
Oh.
Every time. I am so bad at saying this up every single time. This is why they have tech people, right? This is why, as like whenever we do streams at work, there's always like a tech person who actually does all this stuff. And even they mess it up sometimes. Right, what am I doing? Well, I'm gonna carry on. I guess doing side quests until someone shows up and tells me to do main quests. Oh, I turned the sound down. That sound is extremely quiet now. I'm not sure if that's coming through properly. I think it is. Which is not very good at capturing the mouse pointer. Sometimes when I tab out, it doesn't like tabbing back in again. So I've been watching TV with my wife and doing side quests in the meantime. I've played about 20 hours of content. So now I have fancy new armor, and I'm level 12. I can't remember what level I was. I think I was like level 6 when I was last streaming. And this map was like a sea of question marks, and is now a sea of, well, there's some question marks down here, but otherwise it's a sea of grayed out objectives and fast travel points. And it was fine. I mean, its content was like it was pretty generic RPG content, really. I mean, the question marks themselves are just like, you know, there's a treasure chest, there's some monsters. It's borderline no content at all, right? It's just a spawn. It's fine. Like, I mean, I think it's good from the point of view of building the RPG. I think it's good to have that kind of thing. If you don't find it engaging, you can just not do it. If you're a completionist, I think it's quite inoffensive. Like, you know, there can be a problem with the completionist having content that they don't enjoy doing. That's quite, well, cough, RuneScape, Completion Escape, but like there's a problem with some content when, you know, like the completionist wants to do it but they don't actually enjoy, you get it, because it's so grindy, so sort of hard work and different from the game itself to do. Like things like catching the feathers in Assassin's Creed or finding the pigeons in GTA is just disconnected from the game. But in this case, it's just ride your horse to a place and kill some monsters, and that's it, and that's fine. Like, that's what the game is. So the fact that there's a bit more of that that's got less narrative content is perfectly reasonable. And then one step up from that, there were some side quests where someone told me, you know, go kill this thing, I'll give you a reward. And that was, you know, I don't think any of those side quests were particularly interesting. They were all just like, someone has killed someone else, go kill them, go find the monster, kill it. But it was fine. It was basically like the quality of the entire content of an Assassin's Creed game. So it was fine. But then I need to go and do main quests, I think. Right, well, so for now I'm going to find something else to do. Because Percy really wanted me to do main quests while he was watching. Novigrad, Novigrad. I could just wander over to Novigrad. Have I got anything else to do? Why don't I do this? Defender of the Faith. Which required me, now that, because this area down here, these areas here were quite high level, which suggests that this entire, it suggests a sort of level flex, but so I didn't go down here because I assumed it would also be high level, but maybe it isn't. I guess we'll find out. what I've discovered about streaming is that the pretense that I'm talking to someone specific is quite important to me, which is intriguing. I can sort of imagine that there's someone there talking to them, which is what I'm doing right now, but it's weird. I guess that's fairly normal, right? It's hard to just talk and pretend you're talking to somebody. I haven't been over here. I've got this fancy new armor, which is really ugly. It's like a prestige set item. I don't know what. It's very strange to design the prestige set items to look so ugly, but not sure what they were going for really. Empty town. Actually empty. Oh. Ah.
Something under the floorboards. Maybe they're loose, or I could just wedge one up.
Ah. Some sort of quest in here that I haven't got yet. Am I supposed to use... I think I'm supposed to use the boats to get around here, aren't I? Okay, that was a waste of time. Probably should have looked at the fact that the boat wasn't... Can I use this boat? How does this boat work? But, oh god, am I actually going to pilot the boat? Oh no. Oh, this is a terrible idea. I wonder if they go back to where you got them from. I hope so. Kind of open world nonsense. You can fast travel to any point marked with an anchor. Interesting. Oh. Oh, but it's only towns. Right, okay. That's pointless, because I can fast travel to all those places anyway. Oh, right, no, but you can get in a boat and then fast travel, whereas otherwise you'd have to go back to a fast travel pillar. Okay, that does make sense. It's just a bit odd. Generally, the density of markers has been quite good, but like occasionally you get these weird gaps where it feels like there should be some content and there isn't. Like here, the content density is incredibly high, but then on this side, the content density is really low. Or here, there's just nothing. And it makes me when it's laid out like that, it makes me assume that there's something there even when there isn't. These drowns have not been dropping very much recently. Can't figure out the drop mechanics. See, it seems like there should be something up here. Probably a waste of time looking for stuff like that. So probably need my horse. So, oh, it's kind of insect crocodile. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. I've reclaimed their tree for them. These people live in this tree. How odd.
Can't be in two places
What are
at
you
once,
doing
can I?
now? Bothering us fourfold.
Never have a son, I'll name him Geralt.
One of those guys knows me by reputation, the other one just wants me to go away. It's the duality of peasantry in this world. Elena's Grove. That sounds familiar. Elena's Grove.
Go, go.
So now I'm wearing a set. I feel very disincentivized to actually look at the loot that I pick up. Very odd, sort of redundant mechanic. This is the ideal place to go with my horse.
Not so fast, Roach.
Another quest tower? Oh no, what's that? Big gross pile of bodies. A lot of big gross pile of bodies. Uh-oh. Level 16. I'm not keen on this combination of open world and then just random places that you can't do anything in. I know to an extent it's kind of essential, but I feel like I've been encouraged to explore the world and see what there is. Right. I parried that. Okay, there's money in the coffin, that's what I've learned.
Might want to look around some.
I can hear someone making like a pickaxe noise. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the boss, I guess, that I've just stolen the treasure from. This is the one I need you. Oh dear. Ah, what? Someone's watching. Who's that that's watching? I should get my wife to watch so I have someone to talk to. Oh, how long ago was that? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I really need to remember to quick save. I can't really criticise it. I mean, it'd be nice if it auto-saved more, but I should be quick saving. It's given me the tools to do that. I really don't like open world games where you can't quick save. I found Horizon Zero Dawn just unplayable for that reason. It could take like 5 minutes to prepare for something, and then it was all undone.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Let's try this again. Oh, hey Percy. I'm doing more question marks while I wait. You haven't missed anything, I'm just doing more question marks. And me talking awkwardly to myself. I've done a whole load of boring secondary quests. I'm now level 12. The boring secondary quests are fine. They were just like generic RPG content, and about the same quality as like all the content in Assassin's Creed. This upgraded gear is way stronger than what I had. It does mean that the stuff I pick up doesn't really matter anymore. And then I need to remember to save the game because there's a Noon Wraith over here somewhere and it's quite dangerous. It just killed me and I had to redo a whole load. I'm not sure the structure of the levels a bit odd. The way the level scaling works, not the level scaling, like the layout on the map. I haven't seen any obvious pattern to the level scaling. It was like there was like really low level stuff all up here, but then this seems to be moving on to a different area. So the lowest level stuff around here, and then really high level stuff down here. But then this level 10, this stuff is deadly. This is like level 20 wraiths or something, and this is level 8 wraiths. But my level 10 quest is sending me here. There doesn't seem to be any clear pattern to like where the world becomes more dangerous, or at least not one that I've been able to determine wandering around it. I thought the like Fallout 4 was a recent example of that. I thought worked quite well, where it was fairly obvious. Like the world just got more dangerous as you went southeast, essentially. Oh, cool. Blimey. See that contract far bottom left? I'm sure it's super out of the way of anything else. Sorry, which contract? Should I open up the map? Yellow notice board. At the far... Oh, this one down here. I'm assuming that's like a military camp or something. I haven't even gone down to look at that one yet. Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere near it yet. I cleared out quite a lot of the rest of the stuff. There's a couple of guarded treasures that were like, the monsters were so powerful I couldn't get to them. That one was like question mark skull. And then these question marks have left. There's a handful that's sort of scattered around there. These ones I didn't find them interesting. The level that like it was like a map clearing, right? My friend calls it, what does he call it? Map fucking, where you just go and you just move around the map and clear each question mark like in any Ubisoft game, right? And that's great. That's quite rewarding gameplay. So then, if you're sort of in the mood for it and you're watching TV or whatever and just want something mindless. So then coming across a one where the enemies are just too high level to fight right now, I didn't really find rewarding at all. If it was something really cool, where it was like, you know, it's a particular type of enemy that is way more powerful than anything else you fought, so it kind of makes sense to not be able to fight it yet, that would be cool. So there's one that's like it's like a wyvern nest, 2 wyverns. It's like, okay, that's fair enough, like 2 wyverns. Can't fight 2 wyverns. But where it's just some ghouls that happen to be level 20, that's really lame. I'm not sure I can fight this thing. I should put some oil on, shouldn't I? I've got loads of oils now. And the drops work. I think they're not cursed, are they? What are they? Spectre. Can I throw a bomb? I don't really understand how this game works. I should probably throw a bomb at it, but a ghost doesn't seem like the ideal thing to throw a bomb at. Ow. When if something's dangerous, that makes sense. Probably is do I need to save my power for Yrden in this? Quen, Yrden, Quen. Ah, I can't. Okay, it's fine. I'll just keep drinking water. That's the secret ghost killing technique, is to just drink loads of water. Yeah, the mana restores fairly quickly. I don't think it heals quite quickly enough to spam to keep both Yrden and Quen up. Maybe I need to like put points in it or something. I haven't really looked at it at all. On hardest difficulty, you have to use Quen and then roll away. Yeah. Well, that was like that was one of the things that I found. The first Fable game had that. It had this really weird combo system. And the combo system was like, you have to keep hitting enemies without taking damage in order to build up your combo, and you get like a massive multiplier on the rewards that you get for quests by doing that, like 100 times kind of multiplier for keeping up a high combo streak. But then there was a spell you could cast that just meant that you didn't take damage in combat, so you just kept that spell up and then just button mashed away and never took any damage. The symbol, the one that means Witcher Gear, that one. If that's the answer, that it means Witcher Gear, then yes, I do know that it means Witcher Gear. Unfortunately, it keeps giving me upgrade patterns for armor I can't use and don't have the base for. It's a very odd system. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's as a reward, it's decent. Like, I feel sad. Well, wasn't even paying attention to what I picked up actually. But like, it was something like enhanced Griffin trousers, right? Or like, but so like, I've got this like superior Ursine trousers. And I need 2 previous versions of that before I can craft it. So it's kind of like, it's a decent reward, but it's not, you know, I don't know. It's very, this world is very strangely laid out. Enhanced Griffin gloves, which I can make. I wasn't paying attention. So enhanced, but I can't use them though, can I? Even if I make them. Because I'm wearing some Griffin gloves, and so I could enhance them, but I can't then wear them because they'd require level 18 then. It's a very strange system. It's yeah, it's fine. It's just not like, so far I haven't found, it hasn't been very joined up. Like, I've been kind of just randomly wandering the map. It's fine. Like, I don't mean this as like a serious criticism. It's like, because this is just this perfectly decent way to build an RPG. I wander the map, I find stuff. I would say like an enhanced crafting recipe is a significantly better reward than just a random piece of gear that I'll then vendor, which is probably all I would have got in Fallout. Fallout 3, actually. The Wolven diagrams are all in Kaer Morhen, which you don't get to till later on. Yeah. Yeah, that's the, I mean, not that specific example, but like this sort of general, there doesn't seem to be a very clear path through the game so far. I mean, I guess in this case I'm intentionally putting off doing the main quests. That is freaking badass. Give it a go, Quen. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm not sure my fighting style is very suitable for this thing. I think we'll leave him alone for now. Let's go do a main quest. Let's do it. Let's go do a main quest. But yeah, so like, I mean, I'm intentionally not doing the main quests, which is a bit weird because I was waiting to do them for the stream. But on the other hand, it's perfectly normal to want to clear the map before moving on, right? That to me is one of the huge strengths of an RPG, that I can either move on or I can hang around. And so actually having things like, well, I can hang around in this set and collect the whole Griffin set. That's actually really cool, right? That's a really cool design, and I'm glad they've included that. But so I was able to sort of linger here and collect the Griffin set and craft it and then move on. But it's the only... You collect the whole Griffin set fairly easily, I think. Don't you find like all of it in a single cave? And then there's been loads and loads of other treasures, and those loads of other treasures are all things I can't use yet. I feel like it would be better to have split the Griffin set up across multiple, so that there was kind of an adventure in Velen to find the whole Griffin set. That seems like it would be appropriate. Oh, I was going to go. I'm going to go to this point and complete this quest, and then I'll carry on with the main quest, since I came all the way down here. But it's really dangerous down here, and it's very confusing. I don't know. I don't think levels have to... I don't think, like, zones have to be strictly leveled, but the way this one's laid it out, it seems arbitrary. It seems like... okay, so, like, there's a little peninsula down here. Where is it? Like, here. There's a little peninsula here, and there's just a really high-level night hag guarding a treasure here. And it's like, okay, that's fair enough. It's got some geographical significance to it. It's like a little dead end. There's kind of a secret treasure. I can come back and get there later, although I'm assuming the treasure itself is a bit rubbish. But, maybe I can come back and get that another time. But they're just sort of scattered like... I mean, you could argue that that one's kind of out of the way, but it's... As I say, it's on the way to this level 10 quest. And then this stuff is super high level as well. It just doesn't seem to be any particular rhyme or reason to the way it's laid out. Percy said, the Witcher sets up some story for why they are where they are. The Griffin set did. The upgraded sets don't seem to. Like, the upgrades to them just seem to be plonked down all over the place. But the core Griffin pieces did have some story attached to them, so that was quite nice. But they could have just written more stories, like, I don't know, because I mean, they were very contrived anyway. Again, it's not, like, I don't mean that as like a criticism, it's just like, when I think about my idealised RPG design, it does give me a reason to do these things.
You the ones destroying shrines all over Velen?
Oh.
What's that got to do with you?
What's it got to do with you?
We are the heralds of lightning. Heavy drops from leaden clouds. Unleashed, the lightning's name shall be Overman.
Overman.
The locals claim the gods are unhappy. No fear of their wrath?
The wrath of the gods? The gods are dead. We but dispose of their rotting remains, the dying embers of superstition that harms.
Great. Need a favor, though. You gotta clean up after yourselves here. Then go back to wherever you came from. Dispose of those embers there.
Religion is the opiate of the masses. The gods are dead. Thus speaks Master Friedrich of Oxenfurt. Common folk fear religion and the priests, not the gods. And this fear enslaves us in fetters of ignorance. We must forge a new morality, or rid ourselves of morality altogether.
What's going on with this guy? What? He seems to be trying to make a kind of point, but doing it in the most annoying way possible.
Amusing as this little show is, I'm getting bored. Leave, and don't come back.
Oh, what?
Or I'll tell on you to the headmistress.
Repression! Attack the system's lackey! Displayed in the sideshow
Oh, are we punching? Okay.
would be quite profitable.
Wait, didn't he say he was the master? Ah. Master has become the student. Wait, are they dead? That's not how fistfights work. What? That was a brutal fistfight where I just punched a load of students to death. Okay, fine. Right, byways is dangerous, so I guess I'm going all the way back to Frischlow. Or I could swim out there? Nah, let's not bother. I think I haven't been out to that island. I'm assuming there's something on that island that's exciting. over here. I'll worry about it later. He said he was following a master's teachings. And I'm not human. Yeah, that's true, I am. But then, like, I assumed I didn't pull my sword out. Because I tried to pull my sword out, and I noticed that it seemed to be a fist fight, so I assumed that I was going to take them alive because they were just annoying students that wrecking stuff. But no, I just punched them all to death. Fair enough. Geralt's got no time for student antics. They like
Slow now. Whoa.
little stones. They've been laid in a circle around this tree. That looks significant.
Faster.
Maybe not. Yeah, Geralt has absolutely no chill. I've been doing my best to roleplay as him. There's a big difference from this to The Witcher 3, sorry, to The Witcher 1. I found like a sexy elf lady and I rescued her from being murdered, and then rather than having sex with me, she just gave me some treasure and left. I was like genuinely surprised. Right, yeah, what am I doing? So I'm going to do this quest. So I accidentally stumbled across it before. It keeps auto-reselecting it every time I complete a quest. It auto-selects the main quest. It turns out you can't have no quest selected, which confused me for a while because the route dots take you to the next quest automatically. Should clear my inventory a little bit. Oh no, except I realised that I can sell stuff for different amounts for different people. That's what I've learned. I started buying cards. You know, what they're called, Gwent cards. Because I think I've now got enough money to waste money on things. Because money was really, like, I mean, I don't mean this in a bad way. I think it was quite nicely balanced. Like, money was quite tightly balanced early on. Everything was quite expensive. Repair was quite expensive, and I was only accumulating a few pence every time I, sold a sword for 2 or something like that. Hey, buddy.
Buy in or just
Got any Gwent
Show me
cards?
what you've got on offer.
No Gwent cards.
So long.
Yeah, I'm assuming there is sex in the game somewhere. I have a quest, I think, to go and talk to like that annoying mage. An invitation from Kara meets. Kira suggested Geralt stop by her hut sometime in a way that suggested she did not mean an afternoon of tea and crumpets. So saucy. But yeah, in The Witcher 1, like, everyone you rescue just immediately has sex with you. And then you get a little card. It's quite tacky.
Run, Roach.
It does the, like, you've saved me from being raped, therefore I will have sex with you, like, at least, like, twice in the first half of the game.
That's it, Roach.
If you play Gwent, people give you cards. Yeah, I thought I'll carry on with the main quest, and then if we've got some time, I'll do some Gwent, because I haven't played any since the tutorial.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller?
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
And that is?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries. Lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
So there's a really positive thing here to say about the game that I really like compared to a lot of the RPGs of this sort I played when I was younger, which is that this game is, I mean, it's not grindable as far as I can see. There isn't. Well, I guess you could go and monsters respawn, so you could go and kill more of them, right? But you get trivial experience points and trivial gold from them. But it's such a huge open world, and it all seems so optional that I'm willing to bet there's like 20 times the amount of resources in the game you could possibly ever need. So in that regard, I never feel compelled to fight someone to get experience or to get their loot. Like there are RPGs where I would want to kill these guys for the experience points and for the drops, and I would feel sort of quite hampered from role playing. But in this case, it's like if I don't kill these guys, there are like a million more people I can fight if I want to. So I feel free to role play, and that's a really the open world setup itself, I think, actually contributes in that regard. by meaning there are no real mechanical impacts.
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Well, all in all,
Yes or no?
fine. Let's hear it.
A tea of mullein leaves for his belly, and cover his boils with mallow. A few days and he'll be good as new.
Noted. But if it don't work, we'll be back. Move out, boys.
Wait, didn't they say he got the... Didn't he get his ailment from following herbal advice?
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
Oh, okay. Geralt's worried about the same thing. But why do they trust Geralt if the last guy, like, fucked them over? It's a bit weird.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man.
I should have reminded myself what this quest is about.
Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
You were expecting me.
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes. Omens never lie.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Peller. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Peller could do.
Percy said, the last thing I remember, you freed the Heart Tree Druid and went back to the ladies. Yes, I think that ended that quest, though. I think there were 3 leads or something, or 2 leads. And one of them was to go and find out if Ciri had gone to visit them, which she had, but then it kind of led to a dead end. And this was a different lead I had, which I think is like the Baron. The Barons? Oh yeah, Anna and her daughter, okay. So it must be the Barons. Family went missing or something. Was it his adopted family? His real family? I can't remember. And then he said he would help me, but I had to help his family first, something like that.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Oh yeah, there was a break-in at the...
Aye, Peller don't know.
There was a fight in their room, I remember.
But the spirits could know. The Peller will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
The fact that refused to chase down the goat is marked as an optional dialogue that won't move suggests that he's going to say, well, I'm tough.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess, princess! Where have you got to, girl?
Fine. I'll get your goat.
The bell! The little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. Look, for a while.
I've got Axie for doing this.
Beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
Prepare it by placing it in an appropriate slot. That's what that was for. Okay, cool. That was the quest item. I do literally have a magical mind control spell that I'm pretty sure would work on goats. So I would prefer to use the magical mind control spell than ring a bell, but, you know, sheep herder it is, it's fine, let's go. I've been in this wood before, there's a werewolf in it. Oh, speak of the devil. I'm assuming I can cook this meat somewhere. I've got an absolute shitload of raw meat. Aww. That wolf was having a lovely scratch. That's a nice detail. Oh, oh. Oh, that's neat. Is that my Witcher senses are improving my, Oh, there's tracks as well. Yeah.
This way, I think.
If it's I haven't had that come up before, I don't think, that having Witcher senses on makes sounds better.
Another clue.
Can't loot that one.
There you are.
Bell.
Here, goat. Here, princess. Hoofed and horned. Should have known it would be stubborn. All right, time to try the bell. Come on, let's go see the peller. Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? This way, your grace.
Oh, no, you might think I'd make fun of this, but I think like I'm fine with there being like one quest like this in a game, like an annoying escort quest. It's fine. Limit once per game. Wait, what's going on here?
Bear! Run, you stupid piece of shit!
I mean, this illustrates the obviously the opposite problem of the level-based system, is that like that was supposed to be an interesting fight.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
I can't help feeling that like the strict leveling system is doing nothing for this game. Like, I really like the idea of enemies requiring prep and like the whole core fantasy of The Witcher, right, where he studies the monster and prepares the right potions and blah blah blah. I think is really compelling. But 99% of the time in this game, it's like over level.
Be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
That was a very confusing thing for him to say as I arrived at Roach.
Princess, flee not from the pillar, for there are wolves about.
These new swords look really nice. The Griffin armor looks bad, but the Griffin swords look great. Or the scabbards do, anyway.
Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
I feel really pro with my like gold-bound scabbards.
Can we talk about Anna and Tamara now? Know where they might be?
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Just brought you a freaking goat, mate. What are you talking about?
Fine. Be right back.
Let's find another bear then. I've just killed a bear. The bear could have chased us. That would have been convenient. If he comes in carrying the bear, I'll be really happy.
Will this do?
lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone, the child remains.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was, and she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps, or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
This guy's a bit generic, but yeah, I definitely feel like this is doing better than Assassin's Creed Origins. It's my current point of comparison for it. He's not super interesting, but he's got a bit more character.
Did Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you. You must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders. It seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help. Lead the wolf to the loved ones.
An undead
Botchlings
miscarriage.
suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Pella.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
Undead miscarriage at Aboleth. No, yeah, Atropal, yeah. Aboleth is the Mind Flayer head thing. I like Aboleths, they're probably my favourite D&D monster. I feel like there's a really cool story to tell about them, and then there's a series of books about Aboleths, and it's just their story is ridiculous, unfortunately. But there's some cool stuff there.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit... Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
This guy doesn't really have much personality, right? I kind of like that Velen has a personality. I mean, I haven't seen much of the rest of the world yet, but this seems like the kind of druidy part of the world. I'm assuming the other zones aren't going to have this similar emphasis on like druids and witches and swamps and blood magic and stuff. And so it's nice that the area has this kind of personality. He's very like...
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefather's Eve? Pretty old custom. How did it died out?
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefather's Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
I think it's okay. Like part of the way you reinforce the trope. Like he's quite bland as a character. He's quite generic. I mean, he's got this kind of kindly old man voice, but rather than making him seem interesting, he just feels kind of weird and inconsistent to me. But it's good that he's kind of a straightforward druid type character, because that, like, it's okay to have some characters that just play it straight, because then that means you understand where you are. Like, to have stuff that kind of deviates from that, you need like the straight man, and so it makes sense for him to be on the critical path, like just sort of establishing what this place is kind of like.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
Okay, sure. Read the bestiary to learn more about botchlings. Killed loads of them in
White wolf.
Huh. Got an alchemy
Could
shop.
use a few potions.
Oh Jesus, what's all this? Oh, I can't figure out how the crafting works. I seem to barely ever get these glyph recipes as loot. I don't know why. I've had loads and loads of other stuff. Like the number of recipes I have now is enormous. That's something I can make then. I'll do that later. Oh, I can finally make. I couldn't figure out what dropped red mutagen. Glyphs are pretty useless. I'm assuming I slot them in my gear. I don't know.
So long.
I'm assuming I fill them in these gift slots and then they make me better. You can remove them again. You can pay to remove them. But yeah, they're so tiny at the moment. Like this is definitely the exact wrong way to design this kind of stuff. Like I think I've ranted about this. I can't remember which game it was I was playing, but like you don't 2%. Well, sorry, actually that one I don't know. I don't know how it works. 2% Axii sign intensity. Like I don't know how Axii works, so I don't know what 2% intensity is doing. But assuming that is a multiplicative 2% bonus, that is garbage, waste of time, because 2% is nothing. It's possible it's additive, but there you can see that there, like 2% chance to stagger. These are just tiny numbers that aren't worth having. If you want to do a leveled system like that, you need to have it be like leveled. So like a low level one should be good at low level, and a high level one should be good at high level. But often they design these systems such that low level ones are just pointless at low level. Like there's absolutely no point stressing about this percent chance to freeze or whatever. It's just not worth the bother. It comes up so rarely. Or like 2%. I haven't seen anything like this. I'm assuming that 2% Igni sign intensity does something like increase the damage of Igni. I can't see what else that could mean. And Igni does so little damage in the first place that 2% increased damage is just not even worth considering. So there's no point worrying about it. You can see the chest armor and slots up 1 slot. Yeah, I had some stuff earlier that had 3 slots. But I haven't, because the items appear to be so garbage, I haven't bothered to worry about them. And they've designed the system in such a way that 15% stagger is best in slot. Yeah, that's right. If you can stack like a powerful effect at high level, it makes a big difference. But if you don't want people to engage with your crafting system at low level, or sorry, not crafting system, the socketing system, that's perfectly sensible. Like this game has a lot of mechanics, and it's perfectly sensible to have some of them only unlock at high level. But I'm just accumulating vast quantities of these things, and I can't use any of them, and it feels kind of like a wasted mechanic at low level. Might as well not exist. I should probably be selling them. I don't actually know.
Lightning strike.
What? Oh, cool. Oh, that's nice. This is on fire. I should check out botchlings. Grim. So grim, love it. A dead unwanted baby discarded without a burial. That is some proper Eastern European mythology. I love it. I'm assuming that's based on a real myth.
If I ever have a son, I'll name him Geralt.
Thanks, dude, but there's a house on fire. Very kind of you to say. That's neat, right? That's really that. I love this kind of storytelling in a role-playing game. I've come back here. I see now why the fast travel point is so far away from the bloody Baron's Manor. I'm not sure it justifies it, but that's really cool. But an event happened on return. That's my favourite kind of thing to happen in an RPG.
Take it easy.
Have I met Uma yet? No, I don't know who Uma is. In fact, I may have done, but I don't know. I don't remember someone called Uma.
Oswin. Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the
Ah,
horses.
sounds like a job for Spider-Man.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick! It's getting worse and worse. Time to leave the place. David's
Damn it. Lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
over here! Can't get out! Roof collapsed!
What?
To get you.
What? Which door? What they do? What? Why couldn't he just open it himself? Okay, I'm just going to assume that that scenario played out slightly differently to me opening a waist-high door.
Ah, we've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right? They ran from you, didn't they? We need to talk.
That was good. That was I was compellingly told. It's not a trope I particularly like, but they delivered it really well.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Seen a lot of dead in my time, but that must have been hard.
Unspeakably so. My legs gave. I saw fields of corpses at Sodden. Saw witches burn in Maribor. But compared to this, all that was a rabbit's prick alongside a great oak. And the guilt is all mine.
We don't know that yet. The amulet Anna wore could be linked somehow. Maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
Wrapped it in a clean sheet and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
I sympathize. I do.
Thank you. And know that I hope you find your Ciri.
Deal we made means I need to find Tamara and Anna first. Just so happens your unborn daughter might help us do that.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
Botchling and lubberkin are absolutely horrific nouns. They're undermining the tone of this somewhat. It's really serious and it's quite grim, and I'm quite enjoying it. Like, it's quite a well-told, emotionally powerful story, but then there's this really awful dialogue. Not dialogue,
The
like
sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Yeah, that was good. That was really characterful. Like, it's a really strong personality, really individual.
You give the child a name.
Good twist to the story.
Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
You know, I'm always complaining about stuff being kind of generic and uninteresting, and that was not generic and not uninteresting. That's good.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look.
That's so grim.
Take it in your arms, quick.
But if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
This is great. I'm really impressed. It's really good. How do I walk? I can't remember. There's a walk button somewhere. Hit Axie. Oh.
Spectres.
calm it. Wait, do I actually? Yeah.
Quiet now.
Yeah, I pre-selected Axii, but then I didn't. I don't remember the symbols, so I didn't trust myself not to cast Igni on the Baron.
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
I love that little noise it's making. That's great.
Need to hurry.
Squirming again, like a daft eel. I cannot hold it.
Is that not working? Why is that not working? Am I doing it on the horse instead or something? There we go.
Worked. It stopped.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her? What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your...
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Got 7 experience. Nice. I should have saved really. Right. It's missing like a mystery element. Like we got the answer to a mystery there, but there was no mystery. There wasn't like mysterious murders of pregnant women or something that we've now resolved.
By
Instead, we
blood's
just resolved
power, I
it.
summon you. With your name, I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Oh, is it leveling me down because I did a main quest and I'm over leveled for it? Right. Oh. Yeah, I can't really criticize that. Oh, there's a new...
What did I do to deserve your good? No!
What's that? Oh, new side quests. Interesting.
Son alive, yeah.
Fucking shit! Let me live.
It's just a flying ghost baby, guys. Come on. I've not seen a flying ghost baby before. Oh, there's the... Should probably study the pictures to see what they look like. I guess the ghost baby's going to lead them to me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that was good. That was a solid piece of fantasy content. Like fun and interesting. Is he waiting for me? Yeah. Oh no. Probably should have rested at some point, shouldn't I? Not rested, meditated. Where you going, little baby?
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way.
That was good of him to...
Wants to show me something more.
Good of him to wait for me to pick up those clues. Very thoughtful. I couldn't figure out... Oh yeah, so I've got loads of mutagen, but not red mutagen. I couldn't figure out what dropped red mutagen. I would guess it's like angry things from the basic association of the colour. Like werewolves and stuff, and I fought hundreds of drowners and... like nature things and water things, so presumably that's why I have lots of blue and green but no red, but... that's purely a guess, just based on the colours. Oh, did I just put my sword away? Yes, I did. Ah. Annoying creatures. Hey, leave my tiny floating ghost alone.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look.
Oh, cool. I like that the creatures have categories, like, feels to me from a world building point of view that, like, there are lots of, there are lots of different magical creatures, but they're categorized. It fits the, it fits his sort of general, I'm knowledgeable about monsters kind of, the world isn't full of magical and magic and wonder, it's full of, like, neatly categorized threats that his job is to exterminate. And all that kind of stuff, like, really plays into that.
Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days.
Technically dead flesh, right?
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
There's dead guards around as well.
Fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Take a close look at that broken ore. Where am I? Oh, I'm up here, okay. Oh.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
I want to help that woman. Be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Dunno where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale.
Though anywhere's better than the Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Roar.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. The beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped.
The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
A while back I met a woman in Crookback Bog. Had fiery marks on her skin like the ones you described.
Must be her, Mrs. Anna. Gods, she to Crookback Bog.
It's where I saw her last.
Wait,
Gods
what?
of all the heavens protect us.
The old woman?
It's clear now whose whisper 'twere in the night.
It is?
The crones took her. She must have made a deal with them. A pact. It's why they marked her and took her like she was their own.
What? That's really weird. Well, that's really weird, because, like, she can't have been there for very long, right? This happened fairly recently. But she'd managed to run an orphanage by that point and looked like she'd been there forever. And then also, why was that quest not locked behind this quest? Not that I want to talk about quest prerequisites, but that's really weird.
Thanks for your help.
So presumably if I did this one
She'll
first...
be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
That is so odd. It's such a, so presumably if you do this quest first and then go and talk to Anna, you get different dialogue because you know who she is.
Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Well, it wasn't really an orphanage; it was a murder house. But the children had clearly been there for quite a while because the children, you know, multiple children had accumulated. Some of them had gone missing. There was a weird spirit that was friends with the children and then stopped being friends with the children because he lost his voice and then started being friends with the children again. And I mean, I realised the implication. The implication was that it had taken place over a long period of time. It hadn't necessarily actually taken place over a long period of time, but it's very weird if all of those events are crammed into the space of like a week. That's really strange. Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? I'm going to talk to Tamara in Oxenfurt. I guess I can do that. Yeah, I'm not clear when the family went missing. Maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it is a few months. Even so, it's kind of a strange.
That's it, Roach.
Do you know if the dialogue is different if you do the quest in a different order? My assumption is that if I do this bit first, I would then go to Crookback Bog looking for her, or recognise the markings when I meet her, or something. You remember it being like this? Yeah, I guess I can look it up. I'm kind of intrigued now. Oh. Hey, friend.
Ye deaf? Be gone, you blasted mutant.
Where's all this hate for witchers coming from?
Where? I'll tell you where. One of yous came here, ate his fill for 2 days while he thunked things over. Then he says he'd do us a favor and kill our monster. What's your price? I asked. But he said he wanted no coin, for he saw we'd none to offer.
So what did he want instead of coin?
Said for pay he'd take something I had but did not yet know about. Then he left, and here the doors swung shut behind him. Me lass started wailing. What's these tears? I asked. Oh, I can't bear it, she says. I'll kill the whoreson.
Go on.
Fool girl wept that some beast was gonna kill the witcher dead. Ye howling for a mutant, I said. Then she told me, bugger had bewitched her with his evil eye, seduced her, and that were to be his prize. A witcher's bastard.
Classic Witcher behaviour. Ah.
If he's really a witcher, you don't have a thing to worry about. We can't sire children.
Thank the gods any more of yous and we be lost. But this one, he beguiled me daughter, rutted her neath me own roof. That I can't forgive.
Tell me where he is. Take care of this for you.
Cemetery. Went there to slay the monster. Hope the corpse eater guts that fornicated freak.
It's me from The Witcher 1. Is this like a fight club I'm supposed to join in with? I can't remember. Isn't there like a fight club quest? Yeah, Fists of Fury. Is that... What do I have to do?
Get out of my sight. What do they call you? Know how to fight?
Geralt. And yes.
Then enter the end.
I'll bet 70.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
Good folk. Fish Gulper's finally found a foe.
He'll never defeat the power of my quick loading.
Right now, on the field of honor, he'll face none other than Geralt of Rivia, the Hammer.
Just be Geralt.
Spare me a m for the fight, master, please. Cut of your mugs plain as day. What am I beside ye? I just want to live. These days, streams are bereft, no fish for me to gulp, and they's given a sack of flour to the winner. Show some pity. Take a fall for me.
What? What are you talking about?
Not about to lose on purpose. If you want to win, you gotta beat me.
Just give him the win. I don't care about the winning money.
Not good.
Yes, we might have known. The Witcher took Fish Gulper and fish ploughed his gob. Near warmed me heart to see him renovate his head. Not bad, not bad. Time to try your luck against Jonah. And then there's Smithy at the Inn of the Crossroads. Go to it, friend.
I mean, if I can find Fish Gulper, I feel like it's a bit of a missing option there to give Fish Gulper some food. I don't resent him having some food.
Hey, Fish Gulper.
Oh, there he is.
What do you want?
Hey, I'm giving some money.
I
Okay.
had to win, but I don't want your family to go hungry. Here, take the purse.
That's why.
Okay, good work,
Thank you,
writers.
master.
Although I could have just given him like my 47 slices of raw meat. I think he probably would have benefited from that. There's the fast travel thing. Where am I going? I'm going to Oxenfurt. So it would have been quite, if I'd been doing this quest early on and I hadn't unlocked all this stuff, it would have been quite a journey to get to Oxenfurt, because you need a pass. I can't remember. Do you need the? I think you need the pass to get across this river, or possibly this river. Can't remember. He was called Fisherman and not Fishgulper, which is why I didn't initially think that Fishgulper was there. Hey, Jenny. Where am I going? Oh, I've got the wrong quest selected. Family matters. This is where those weirdo students went to. Or came from. And someone said they burned down the academy or something, or closed it. Are they all like... Let's see Tamara. I'm supposed to be inside that building. I guess so. I remember people making fun of this when this game came out. Like, generally there was all the chatter about quest markers and like the fact that the only way you can possibly navigate this world is like by following the quest markers. Because I have absolutely no reason to believe that she's here.
Looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
I mean, he sort of did.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
It's not quite good luck of me to have guessed the right house in the sea.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why do you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well, now you've found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help. Blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
It's not... The tell me your version isn't grayed out, like as if I hadn't already... It's weird.
Before I agreed to look for you,
yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Next does... And the quarrel, that's the long and short.
Must just be a bug.
Wojtek said some monster carried off your mother.
That is what happened. It was enormous, twice the size of a bear, but much quicker and more agile. It grabbed Mum before we could react. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Your mother's in Crookback Bog. Seems quite happy, actually. Though I think she's not quite right in the head.
What? She lives! I must go there at once and get her out!
Wouldn't recommend venturing into the swamp.
I've made my decision. Won't let anyone talk me out of it.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
What? That must be a bug as well. They've linked to the wrong part of the character tree.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find
Character
their
tree?
daughters.
Dialogue tree.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples. Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Where did she pick
Thank
up
you
her
for
accent?
respecting my choice. Farewell.
Because she lives in like rural England, and her father and her mother both have very strong regional accents. But she speaks really posh. And what's this cat, eh? Nibbles the cat. You must be a witch in disguise. That seems absolutely inevitable at this stage. I know what we're doing, talking to the Baron. Okay, so she's gone off to find Anna in Crookback Bog. That's weird. That's neat though. Like, I don't like. I mean, to see about them being joined up, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good that the two parts of the story join together. That's really fun structure. And I didn't see it coming. Like, it wasn't like obvious that was going to happen at all. I do feel a little bit like it may be just because I had the long gap of doing side quests in the middle. I do feel a little bit like it doesn't quite match up properly, but that may just be the gap.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns thereabouts in the Alps.
What? He got quite a lot of he got quite a lot of chatter out in that 5 seconds as I went past him.
You know,
There's some what? He told me about something somewhere, but I got no idea what he was talking about. That's weird. She picked up the Oxenfurt axe and quickly. Yeah, apparently so. Like, well, this is where we don't seem to know how long it's been. But like, this is what I mean about how long it's been, because those posters are still up in the gateway, right? So it can't have been that long. It's not like ancient history. It's like a fairly recent event. And more side quests. Need more side quests. It's always big ones, right? That are there. A Witcher wanted. Oh, that's the same quest I've already got, right? That's weird. Witcher wanted. From the Elderman of Lindenvale, that's where I already went, right?
See, you're a man well travelled, so tell me, did you beat me wench once a week, or us?
Giddy up. Come on now.
It's totally worth getting back on my house. It's nice that they put in a little custom animation for that.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Alright, fair enough.
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
Do I need to help this man?
Save your strength. Die with some dignity. What? What is it, Grey Boy?
Can't help him. So the Baron's men were like secessionists who sided with Nilfgaard, I think? I think that was the story. Wait, am I going the right way?
Got scabies.
Is that the wrong door? Where does oh God, where does the Baron live? I thought he lived in that house. Oh, is he in the he's in the courtyard, right, okay.
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits. What do you seek here, vagrant?
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, are called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
I saw her. We talked. She said I could tell you she's safe.
When will she come home?
And that she's not coming back.
She's not to return.
But I prepared all for her. Her rooms await. I sent away for new pantoblas from Toussaint. How can she not come back?
Sooner you accept this, the better. Face it, you haven't been the best father.
I have not, true. But I'd change, I'd be different. If only she'd return. If only they'd both come back. Maybe all is not yet lost. She's in Oxenfurt, you say? Well, maybe she hasn't left. Maybe she'll hear me out.
You can always try. Wouldn't get my hopes up, though.
I shall try. I must. Life is pointless without her and Anna. I've nothing to lose. Incidentally, what of my Annie? Learned anything?
We'll talk about her, don't worry. But right now, you'll tell me about Ciri, just like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Aye, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads, as I recall.
I'm not a witcher. Just grew up there.
I believe it, seeing how you swing that sword. Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do it all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
No.
So why not?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever? Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
Okay, right, sure. And then we had a race. Should stop fairly soon.
The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop!
Come on, Ciri, don't you embarrass us.
Your sword is mine.
You don't think it seems like a wise bet for Ciri? I mean, she could just punch someone to death and take their sword if there's a problem, right? And there's like legendary epic swords in every treasure chest off the coast, so I think it's fine. Oh, my horse is about to get tired, isn't it? Betting a sword for a horse, but the horse she's against is the one she wants, so she thinks it's fast. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true, actually. But the Baron is enormously fat, and she's like a tiny slip of a thing.
What?
He must be like 4 times her weight.
Another chance to win.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Let's play Gwent. Good point. Let's play Gwent.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
How do you wind up here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Just march into the fortress, make yourselves at home?
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled and abandoned the Perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed Baron will cease.
Heard anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
So long.
Can't save my game right now. Oh, because it's already saving. So what's the quest now? Okay, so I needed to do the other quest in order to learn about Anna. Don't remember which quest that was now. Oh, I'm not going to read through all that lot. Should I try and play him at... I'll try... fuck it, yeah, let's play him at Gwent.
Listening. What do you come to me with?
Let's play Gwent.
Ever play Gwent?
I do. And what's more, I usually win. If you've a deck, sit down. Outplay me, and I'll give you one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement?
Let's lay him down.
It's just so unimmersive. Like at least like Liar's Dice in Witcher 1 they played Liar's Dice, right? And at least it felt kind of appropriate to the characters. But everyone's playing this hot new CCG, like what is even going on here? I can't remember how to play this now. What we're doing here, mulliganing. Well, I don't remember the game well enough to remember what to mulligan, but I'm pretty sure like that's pretty useless, isn't it? I remember the weather not being very good, except under very specific circumstances. Clear weather removes all weather effects. No. Oh, excuse me. Sets the strength of all ranged combat cards to 1. Swap with a card on the battlefield to return it to your hand. Right, okay. Sure, let's put you down. There we go. Two identical guys with the 4. They have placed next to a card with the same name to double the strength of both cards. Whoa. Yeah. Ah, he's got one as well. But how do I put him next? Ah, he did. Oh, to just. I didn't get to choose whether to put him on the left or the right. Ooh. Set the strength of all close combat cards. So if I play my fog, for example, will that overwrite that weather card? Or do I have to play clear weather to get rid of it? Okay, so it can be foggy and rainy at the same time, but clear weather gets rid of all of them. Oh, what did he do there? Killed all my stuff. What's this about? Can't remember what my special ability is. Oh, what's this? Do I need to do something? What? Oh, it healed someone. Oh, cool. Okay. I should really pay attention to these characters, shouldn't I? What? Can you examine a card? Ah, like that, okay. Placing your opponent's battlefield cancels your opponent's. What? Oh, he gets to draw 2 cards, okay, right. Even so, that seems like quite a good deal for me. Decoy the healer. And then I can heal. Oh, decoy the spy. Oh, why would I want to decoy the spy? So I could play the spy. Oh, to just get more cards. Oh well. But I'm... I don't know, how many cards has he got in his hand? Can I see that anywhere? Don't see that anywhere. Oh, 7, and I've got 5. Right, I see. It'd be quite useful to get that guy back. But then now I can't... Oh, he put him next to him anyway. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that seems like quite a strong play to me. He passed. So does that mean I now pass? And then I win, right? Right, but he's got more cards now, so right, I see the problem. What's this guy do? That's +1 to all units in the row, excluding itself. Take this round as a loss, but try to drag it out. Are there all? Is it best of? Is always best of 3? So like. I want to try and bait him into playing a load of crap, and then I can hammer him in the last round. I see. So it's quite hard to win 2 rounds, presumably. Is there any rhyme or reason to the way it lays them out, or does it always put two guys next to each other if it would be useful for them to go next to each other? What's this one? All ranged combats to 1. I mean, if I've got a load of ranged in my hand, I don't really want that in the next round anyway, so I might as well play it now. Oh, hey Ty. I'm playing Gwent. Yeah, it's raining and it's foggy. Yeah. Always put some next to each other. Oh, that was a strong play from him. Look at that. Right, so at this point I feel like I might as well pass. Yeah. Right. What does my leader do? I can't remember. Pick an impenetrable fog frog from your deck and play it instantly. What? That's such a weird... That's such a weird... That is a shit ton of artillery. Does impenetrable fog stop artillery? No, range, not artillery. What's the artillery row called? Is it siege? Yeah, this is Gwent. Hi, Venek. Okay, so some rain would be super useful here, but I definitely don't want to use my leader ability to create fog. But does he have the leader ability to create fog as well? I think he does. So I think I might be screwed here. He passed. 14, 15. I'm not... Oh yeah, I win. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not actually playing Gwent. I'm playing Witcher 3 with Gwent inside it. Yeah. So incredible. Such a master at this game.
You won. A man's only as good as his word. Take the card. I fear Velen's short on worthy opponents. Boat builder in Oroton might be one. There was also an old soothsayer. Lived east of here, with a windmill, last I heard. There's a lad,
so dumb.
About as reasonable as an old mare, but he plays a devilish hand. In fact, I don't rightly know that you're ready for him.
What were you saying? I just totally owned you, dude. Gwent, innkeepers. Yeah, whatever. Right. We need to try and get this main quest finished, don't we? Where are we? Family matters. Okay, I'll run around and play lots of innkeepers and stuff then.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire.
No, is there a point of no return here?
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
To be fair, his wife's a psycho child murderer, so... And I'm not, like, picking sides in this conflict.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. The warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
That's a great line of dialogue. That was really well written and delivered.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit. Hysteria. Threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her a life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that.
I'm not sure that's entirely how I would have chosen to phrase it morally.
If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
Your wife is with the Crones as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
Oh, I've heard folk speak of them, but thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the crones attacked them and abducted Anna.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though. In fact, Anna seems content there.
Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp?
It's murdering children, it's fine.
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind.
Wait, when did I learn that?
Magic tethers on her. Tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
The word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. Right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
Right, I need to take my daughter to the toilet. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm back. Oh. And everyone stop watching. Well, it's that I'll have her wet the bed, so I'll have to take that trade. Well, I've got a steel sword. I'm never going to be able to kill this thing. Has she got any kind of spell? No. She's only got a steel sword. How is she hurting it so badly? I love the basilisk design. It's really cool. That guy's great at swearing. Like really well written swearing all the time.
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
I'm not sure about Ciri's voice acting though. Oh, that's not the way out. How do I climb up this tower? Aha. Oh, that's a good trick. Oh, her sword just covered in silver. Okay, alright, fair enough. Maybe Geralt should do that too? I mean, his two-sword look is very iconic. Like, it's a good look.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
Percy said, seems odd having a steel sword. Oh yeah, witches have two swords. Yeah, it seems odd because having a steel sword for non-monsters means you expect to be killing humans a lot. And a silver sword kills people just fine. Yeah, I mean it's especially if she's got a sword that's like silvered steel rather than made of silver, which makes perfect sense. Then we're like, well, the sword makes sense. Then yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to damage it, right? Like it's kind of like a precious artifact, and you don't want to damage it, so it makes sense to just carry a sword because it's a crapsack world where bandits attack you every 5 seconds. So I guess you just need a sword for that purpose. Still a bit weird though, yeah. But yeah, it's weird that she doesn't carry one. I don't see any reason why Geralt would have one and she wouldn't. That seems very strange. I mean, like, I guess, like, because she's not really strong enough to carry one, but she's strong enough to hack the head off a basilisk, so she's fine. It's why I must go. I'm not sure about dialogue choices in flashbacks. It's a bit weird. It's fine. It's cool. It's weird in a way, like, kind of like you're deciding what history is. So why is it? Okay, I'm going to pick out why I must go because I'm kind of intrigued by what on earth she means by that.
Certainly hope not. It's brought me no small trouble.
Meaning?
I must flee. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
You? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
Her voice is all over the place. Okay, cool.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
Wait, hang on. So Temeria and Redania are different? Is Temeria conquered now? Is this Temeria that I'm in? And Redania is just to the north? Or I thought Redania was the survivors of the war, but are they two different nations? Oh, it was like a union of the north, right? Like they were supposed to be fighting together, is that right? Something like that.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Isn't this... I'm sure, like, you sent me that list of, like...
Extra coin never hurt.
Content that gets blocked by other content?
I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
Is this the thing that...
There you are. Sorry, we was never.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange, but he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damn foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won it in a game of cards.
Must have been pretty desperate to play for that.
Ah, quit your carping, smart-ass. Someone wagered him, and we played. If anyone was desperate, he was the bugger's former master.
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern, and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
I love that they were playing Gwent. It's like, I run out of rare cards to trade you. I'll trade you my tiny midget creature. It just like, we played cards, sounds like serious fantasy world building, and then like we played a deck building CCG. It's like, it just doesn't have the same feel to it.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart.
Proper Baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter.
Yeah.
Prove a good
Yeah.
father to her.
Yeah, this would have been a better point to play him at cards, yeah. It was just an unfortunate coincidence because of the structure. That like it broke out back into the main world and asked me if I wanted to play him at cards. I've got a pass. I already had a pass though. There was another quest I was supposed to do here. It was like a read series diary quest or something like that. Right, yeah, there. Return to... I'm sure in the list you sent me, Percy, of quests that mess stuff up, Return to Crookback Bog was one of them. Like it makes... Return to Crookback Bog messes up other quests or something like that. Let's have a quick look. Trying not to actually read any spoilers for the quests. Oh, is it Return to Crookback Bog can be cut off, not cuts off other quests? Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. Alright, well I'm going to treat that as a side quest. I assume that is a side quest, is it? Oh, it's not there. Oh, there is, yeah. Return to Crookback Bog. Right, I need to stop soon, but I was hoping to get to Novigrad. Okay, so the fact that I have a main quest to go to Novigrad and a main quest to go to Skellige suggests that I'm probably not going to find Ciri in Novigrad. But there was this quest here, it was Ciri's room. The room when I went into the room to use the stash, there was a bunch of stuff that was like Ciri's clothes are on the floor. She just left them here for some reason. Can I store more stuff? Is my stash infinitely sized? I don't actually know. I'm very unclear still on what I should be selling and what I should be trashing. So if there's something I'm not sure whether to sell or trash, I'm just putting it in the... I'm not keen on dismantling costing so much money. I kind of get it from an economic balancing point of view, but for me as a player, it puts me in kind of an annoying and awkward position of not knowing what to do with those objects. Like, the nice thing about dismantling is that you can just trash stuff and go like, yeah, there we go, just got rid of all that. Trash, 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 trash. And I don't seem to do that here. Racing saddle, where did I get that from? After I do return to Crookback Bog, we can talk about choices.
Sir, why we're up to our noses in frights and horrors.
I don't. I wanted to go to Novigrad for now so that I can do. What's that one? Yeah, that's not what I want. 5% gold. That's what I want.
Samovilla's mamoons, flying drakes, pikes, oh, and bats.
Then I can carry on doing side quests and stuff when I don't have another chance to stream. So if I do, should I do Return to Crookback Bog next time?
So you're Gretka.
I am. And you're Geralt.
How do you know?
Because you've white hair and a medallion shaped like a wolf. Ciri told me about you.
You and Ciri talked a bit, didn't you?
We did?
Did she say where she or what she came here to look for?
She said she was looking for you and a sorceress. But you're here, so I guess she didn't find you. I wonder if she helped that friend of hers.
Look familiar?
My top. Where'd you find it?
Ciri's room.
We'd play in her room sometimes. I was sad one day, and Ciri carved it for me. Such a shame she had to leave.
Ciri wanted to help a friend. Any idea who it was?
What do you mean, who? Her friend. She said he was in trouble and that she had to save him.
Do you know where Ciri is?
No. One day I brought her breakfast and she was already gone. The Baron told me she'd left.
Didn't ask where she'd gone?
I did. But he said I was too little and I wouldn't understand. But Ciri left me a gift.
A gift?
Yes, this. A green stone.
Beautiful as gifts go. Hide it well, don't show it to anyone. It's worth a lot. Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
But I'm not playing. I'm helping.
What? That's a weird quest.
Can you kill the monsters? All of them.
Right. I don't want to go to Skellige. I want to go to Novigrad. Fires of Novigrad. Okay, so I won't do Return to Crookback Bog. I will go round and do Gwent and stuff. And Fists of Fury. It looked like there were a whole load of new side quests. Presumably the new yellow. That's a really good way of signifying that there's a new side quest. To have a new yellow board appear on the map. I mean, I guess they could just, because I've got one of these here, and I think it was too high level. Can't remember. Right, so I just need to go to Novigrad. So to just walk there. Just go to Urston and walk. I guess so. Right, let's go. Let's go to Novigrad.
If it weren't for our fair Elfers ruling the
And you shan't steal no
We
you.
raise tribute for
In
them.
exchange for your honor.
Quite the work my man's got, eh?
Oh! Damn, sets and YOLO.
So I go here. I think that's the closest thing. Yeah, because I wandered a little bit over here to see what was here. I didn't realise I was actually going into Novigrad. I'm not sure if this is Novigrad. Is it?
Jeepers creepers! Look at them peepers!
Or am I still in Velen here? I'm unclear. No, this is still Velen. But this is Novigrad, right? So does is that which is the Pontar? Is that the Pontar? Or is this the Pontar? This looks like a river. This doesn't really look like a river. I guess it could just be a really big river. Wasn't Roach a different colour earlier? Or am I getting confused? You look like the kind of person who might sell Gwent cards.
What?
Show me what you have in stock.
Nope. This got a load of crap that I sold him last time. I think this must be the same guy. I don't want any of this crap. Oh, except I'm supposed to. Oh, fuck it. Never mind. I need to remember to sell things to the place that pays more for them. Oh, I hate that mechanic so much. Why does everyone in the whole world have all these like Igni rune recipes? It's a bit odd, but if you ever got a new horse, it's Roach. Yeah, I read a thing saying like all his horses are called Roach, but like I haven't changed horse as far as I know. It's just maybe he's a different colour now. I'm in this. Maybe in the swamp he had like a slightly different you know, colour to him. Alright, where am I going? Sorry. Maybe the skybox is different here. This does seem like a nicer place.
Take it easy.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn.
Oath? Your arse head, right?
Just look, red cats have pissed all over my wash again. They're a scourge. That Julie ever.
I played a bit of Untitled Goose Game with my daughters. They absolutely loved it. I'd never played it before. We played it last weekend. Tall Dark Stranger. Something. Devil in the Woods. Some sort of devil in the woods. A white lady. Not in the woods, in the fields. A wraith. The wraith in the fields. A high stakes Gwent tournament. Nice. Does that put some question marks on? Yes, it has. Good. Alright, so what are we doing? We're going across the river. Alright, looks like quite a lot to explore here. Can't just walk past treasure. I'm hoping that there's, like, this being a different area, the loot will work differently. I keep getting duplicates of the same items in Vellum. I'm hoping this will have a different loot table, this zone. But that may be naive of me. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway, since I'm just going to use this Witcher gear. No one wants to see my pass? No, apparently not. Okay. Fair enough. Oh god, I'm going to see Triss. Oh, what was the card that the guy gave to me anyway? There you go. Is that quest marked on my map? Sort of. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find it.
No. Sit on
Officer, taking a rest from witch hunting. Greetings, Your Honor.
It was a spy. Oh, I got a spy card, did I? Is that? Do I have a thing for that, like Gwent deck? Is that a thing I have somewhere? Somewhere in my inventory, maybe? Maybe. Ah, no, it's from the main menu. Yeah, here we go. Gwent deck. Oh, was it this guy, Sigismund Dijkstra? So weird, like everything about Gwent makes me laugh. I love that the characters like cards of like celebrities. That's really funny. You'd think there'd be a Geralt one, right? Because Geralt's like pretty famous. I can. It looks like I can play any faction, but I don't have any cards for them. I bought like a couple of Nilfgaard cards from the merchant, but I don't have enough to make a Nilfgaard deck yet. Oh, do you mean like a different Northern Realms leader? I didn't know there was a different Northern Realms leader. No, it doesn't. Don't think I do now. I haven't. Like literally, those are the only two. The two games of Gwent I've played are the one from the tutorial and that one against that guy. So I'll go around and play all the merchants and stuff and see what they get me. X to change leader, oh yeah. Aha! Foltest. Oh, there's two different versions of Foltest. There's three different. What? What? Oh man, that's some proper Legend of the Five Rings shit right there. Look at that. Oh, I guess Magic does that these days, doesn't it? It didn't used to. Pick an impenetrable fog. Yeah, that's useless. Clear any weather effects. I mean, that's not bad. Doubles the strength of all your siege units. Yeah, fuck it. And then just only play siege cards, right? And then hope no one plays anything that is that nerfs my siege cards. It's fine. It's a foolproof plan. I'm a bit. Do I just take this card out? Like, it doesn't seem useful, and then I put that in instead. Is that how the game? Is that how it's balanced? Like, you just get rid of your shit cards and put good cards in instead. That's really funny that that's how it's balanced. I guess the Redanian foot soldier is worse than. What does he do? He's got a tight bond, right? Yeah, but I don't have any others of those. So I start to dominate by just playing loads of high value cards and there's no cost or anything. That's really funny. And no one can I made a CCG when I was a teenager. I made a crappy CCG. And I was playing it. We were playtesting it in like tech class. And my friends were playing. There was just a basic card that was like play gain 3 resources. And I'd done my own like really simple placeholder art so you could tell which card was which. And there was a card which was like gain 3 resources and it had a smiley face on it. And then like my friend had played like 4 of them, and there was only 1 in the deck. And I was like, wait, hang on, how did you get that card again? He's like, oh, I must have just shuffled and redrew it. And then it turned out his friend next to him was mass producing them, like sat next to them, cutting out squares of cardboard and drawing smiley faces on them. Amazing, best way of cheating. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to visit Ciri. No, Triss. I can tell the difference between all these female characters. They're all completely different. You seem like someone who'll sell me Gwent cards. You look like a Gwent aficionado. No, no fucking Gwent cards. Oh. No, 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 no. No, I didn't want to... Oh, God. Alright, fine. We're playing Gwent, then.
A game of Gwent.
Did not mean to start Gwent. I'd get rid of your weather cards, but keep a couple of clear weathers. Yeah, well, I mean... I don't have much to replace them with, right? Like, I kind of agree, but... I'd be inclined to take another decoy. I should at least get rid of the one that kills artillery, probably. Something like that. Is that right? Oh, I've got too many cards now. Like that. Let's try that. I think the minimum deck size is 30, isn't it? Because when I removed a card before, it wanted me to get another one. I mean, this seems pretty strong. 3 random cards in your opponent's hand. So given that I have quite a good hand, I think I probably want to win the first round. But I don't actually know. It's possible that these people in this zone have massively better decks. Whoa! Wait, is that wait, no, that's a bad card. A spy is best. The weaker the spy, the better, right? So that's a terrible spy. So now I want to just not play very much now. I can't really pass, because if I pass he'll just play down some stuff and win, so I guess I have to keep going. But he's going to try and, like... Right, sure, okay. But now I'm screwed in round 2. Interesting. But I can spy him, since that's not really going to help him. Nailed it. Whoa! Is that a rare? Very fancy. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Kills the strongest card on the battlefield. What the hell? Oh, amazing. Wait, what? Did he keep his strength? Is he too strong to be nerfed or something? Oh, I can clear skies. Yeah, that'll help. What's this shit? Doubles the strength. Oh. Unit cards in that row, okay. I didn't know I had 3 of those. Play the blue stripes. Is this a blue stripe? Yeah. No, well I wasn't because of the frost, and I missed the weather thing. And I was trying to minimize. I was hoping that I could win that round without playing them, but I couldn't. Northern Realms faction ability. Oh, I should just pass this round completely. Yeah, and then I can use my thing on them. Yeah. Right, but he has to play quite a lot if he wants to win this round. Or 110, I guess. Yep, like that. I only have 10s. Oh, he's playing all his crap now. Okay, so it counts as a morale boost. Well, let's see what he's got. Nice. Easy mode, no problem. Gwent Master. Did I get anything for that? 20 crowns. Oh no, got a card. Asia van Arnehead. What's that? It's a 6. A Nilfgaardian 6. Sure. Everyone's got Nilfgaardian cards. Next time I'll be a bit more careful where I click. Oh. We live, Triss. Now, if this is Assassin's Creed, I would just climb over this building. It looks like I've got to find my way around. How droll.
How are we to fight a pestilence that...
Oh. See, it is a nicer place. Oh, Geralt's really into witches, isn't he, I bet. Hates monsters, loves witches.
No evil can survive the holy fire. The holy fire enlightens, burns, and cleanses. Behold the flame of grace and mercy. Special pie for you, freak. Nice, slow burning. You'll beg for mercy in all the voices known to you by the others of your species. None! I wanted only to live like you. Help me, kind folk, please!
Sure hope Dudu hasn't met the same fate.
Dudu?
Why the stench is entirely different.
Bernd Doppler. Bernd Doppler is the name of a character from Dark. That's really funny.
Greetings.
You seem also like someone who might have Gwent cards for sale. Nope. Incorrect.
So long.
Right, where does Triss live? Hierarch Square.
Wonderful.
Talk to us. It's like a witch with muscle. I can smell when all's gone in a flash.
Well, she was in a rush.
Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
I should probably stop after this.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
Hear that?
2.
Ooh, looky. Thinks he can scare us off.
3.
You not seen my sweet Nilfgaardian crossbow?
Come on now. We'll split it. Plenty here for everyone.
I'm not a thief. Looking for the sorceress who lived here.
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down. All mages are fair game.
Yeah, they round them up like rats.
Someone's got to know more.
I'd look for her in a putrid grove.
Putrid Grove. Interesting, as names go.
A hive of scum and freakery if there ever was one. No decent folk show their hides there.
That why you think I should look for my friend there?
I meant no offence.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumour has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities.
You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly, though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief and follow him. Beggars and thieves gotta pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars have a king, crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
And watch yourself. Menger himself don't even go to the grove.
Someone call for me. Wonder why.
It's Menger.
Temple guard.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's pity shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws.
But by law, the temple guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad. You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
Got nothing to do with their sense of smell. It's about their hearing.
Well, man knows his bats. Here I thought you only cared about monsters. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them, Novigrad's no place for your kind.
I like his armor. Got nothing on me.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now. But just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake. It's inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it. And when I do, it'll be standard procedure. Like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
A dick on the wall. Oh. Was that a mushroom? Very dodgy graffiti. So I should absolutely under no circumstances loot all the stuff that's been left here, right? That's what that's made. That's what that's made absolutely clear to me. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool setup. Like, I like that it's hostile. I like that it's not like everyone just swanning about. Like when I went to meet Yen in Nilfgaard, that was really like, you know. This is much more interesting. Is that an arrow shot up someone's bum? Oh no. Is that a pitchfork? Oh, is it a witch? Is that a broomstick? That's really funny. It's not. It's good as well because they've just quickly established why there's still stuff here.
Airbrush. Only ever known Triss to use one like this.
Like you'd expect the shop to have been all picked apart and have nothing left in it, but they've just quickly established why that isn't the case, which is good. Although it's a bit weird that I can come in here and loot it all myself. But maybe when I come back out, someone will be like, "I see you've stolen all that stuff. Now we're going to murder you."
Roots. Triss turned to healing. clothes are emanating magic. Gotta be Triss's. She was allergic to potions.
What? Don't understand the link between those two statements. The feline diagrams are nearby. I'll find them while I'm watching TV, I guess.
Triss's. Never knew her to drop them on the floor.
I recognise that outfit from Skyrim. It's like the most popular clothing outfit in Skyrim is like...
The Rose of Remembrance. All dried up.
It's a cool outfit. Why am my potions aren't equipped? That's weird. My decoction is equipped, but my other potions are not showing up as... It's because I'm in a non-combat zone, but why would my decoction show up? Alright, well I mean that looks like there's a main quest there to continue with, but looks like I can wander around and do side quests in this area, so I think that's probably a good place to leave it because it's quite late. Right, I don't know when I'll be streaming again, but soon hopefully. I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah, but that was solid. The main plot. It's interesting that because I guess I could have got to that fairly quickly if I'd skimmed over the first zone, because I cleared out all the question marks in the first zone, which took me a couple of hours. And then obviously I did all the question marks and side quests in this zone. If instead I'd focused purely on the main plot, yeah, I can go back and do Crookback Bog, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to do next time. I'm happy to leave it until till then. Yeah, I'll just clear out question marks and stuff. Look for armor. I think because I found the first couple of hours of plot quite dull, but actually since then it's been pretty cool stuff. Like the characters have been imaginative and the situations have been interesting, and the setup is a bit more interesting. So it's kind of a shame that they front-loaded a couple of hours of stuff that wasn't that exciting. Like, I don't blame the game at all for the fact that I've done so many side quests. That was entirely up to me. You can rush the 3 main areas, which if you're doing that, maybe you can get the Wolfen armor early. Yeah, I guess that you can. Yeah, presumably you can just hammer through the main quests really quickly, and like, because the level requirement for that quest I was just doing then was level 7, although this one is. Yeah, I mean, well, sorry, it's not requirement, is it? It's like suggested. Yeah, okay. And you can do stuff. I mean, I've been killing monsters that are like 4 levels over me. Go to the stash for Novigrad. Yeah, sure, can do. You mean in case that triggers something? Makes sense. Because yeah, I'll want access to. Oh, yep, fair point. Good work.
Oh, deepest apologies, Governor.
Fetch some metal, you wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
I mean, can I just ignore this quest? I really want to do it right now. I think I'll just ignore him. Where am I going? From this way, east.
Help a poor fellow out.
So the worst scum
I hope the stash has got a fast travel point closer to it. Probably won't though, will it?
Higher. That's what we
I need something for a night.
The best stock. No need to push enough for.
No.
Very good.
Let me have.
Back for this fellow's, Gwen.
Bye.
Take these leaves, chew, so don't swallow.
Let's going to be a pain to find him again, isn't it? Oh no, because the merchants are all marked on the map. Okay. It's interesting. It's a neat UX decision to have the merchants be the Gwent players, because you want to know. It'd be annoying to have a whole second set of icons marked. So yeah, that's pretty solid. And like important quest NPCs like the Baron is quite funny. Yep. There we go. All right, looks like a good place to stop. What is this place? Is this like an is this like a poorhouse? Or is there a stash in it?
My pizza rank.
Anyway, this seems like a lovely religious theocracy. This is totally Falador. Don't tell Theo. Right, I'll save it there and go to bed. All right. Night, Percy.